Hey everybody, it's Elizabeth and Catherine, the two sisters writing and publishing team. I'm Elizabeth, and also on the screen is my sister and business partner, Catherine. And today in our weekly update, we're going to share some really valuable information with you about writing. So we have our Two Sisters Writing Club, and 3 times a week we provide a space for writers to come and join us online in sessions where they've designated that hour to do their writing. It's really powerful because it's very productive. You schedule this hour with yourself and you just focus and get it done. However, one major theme that has played out is writers ask us, how do you get rid of distractions? And there's 3 types of distractions. There's visual, there's technological, and there's mental. So right now, let's talk about how to clear these distractions away so you can focus, because every minute you spend worrying about your grocery list or what you have to do tomorrow is a minute taken away from the writing that you had committed. So the first thing is visual. I just did a powerful meditation about how to improve my own writing experience. And in the meditation, I was given guidance to literally, I have a vision board and all kinds of notes all over my wall facing my desk. I am supposed to clear that. I'm supposed to make it. I'm supposed to clear my desk. I have photos and crystals and all kinds of stuff. I'm supposed to clear it all out. So I literally have a blank slate around me. So there's no visual distractions. Even though it's all motivational, positive stuff, it's still like I glance up and I see Wonder Woman, or I glance up and I see a purple lion with messages. So my brain is drawn there. But if I look up and see white, I'll see, I'll just focus back on my work. So I'm supposed to literally clear the clutter, distractions in my visual sphere in my workspace. The second one is
so for people who are, don't have the ability to like put up a white sheet or to do something elaborate, it could start with just the workspace where you're writing. So if it's your computer and you don't have time to clear your desk, if you have a laptop, go to a chair or a couch or the dining room table, a place where there are no distractions.
Yes. I love that point. Yeah, you don't have to do an overhaul of your space. Just be aware that everything, it's a feng shui principle, like everything has energy and it pulls your energy away. So what you just want to do, and believe me, I have some major focus in this space. It's not really a problem, but it could be better. So one place where I have tremendous clarity is my dining room table. It's empty. There's nothing, not a lot of stuff in there. And also on the sofa, it's just open space and clear and not cluttered, because clutter is like the enemy of the focused mind. It literally sucks your energy away. It's terrible. So that's why I definitely wipe and clean my desk every week at least once. And afterwards, I feel a tremendous surge of energy and clarity. Mm-hmm. So the next thing is technological. And of course, we all have our phones, our iPads, and whatever other devices. And they are, they ring, they ding, they ching, they draw our attention, we're focusing. So in my meditation, the guidance was take all your devices in another room and do 2-hour time blocks of writing so that you're not distracted by the phone call. Even if you don't answer, you're like, okay, who's that? What do they want? I don't recognize the number. Oh, I do. I don't want to talk to that person right now. I can't. I'm working. You don't even have to go through all that, because that's, again, energy and time away from your work. So removing distractions. I've also turned off all notifications on my computer. So when every time an email comes in, I don't hear a sound. I don't see it stream across the top. I get news flashes on my phone, but I don't have them on the computer. So there's no notifications and stuff that are going to stream across and distract me on my screen.
And so another thing on the phone is to turn off the sound for notifications, so that when you're done with your 1 hour of writing, you can pick up your phone and see the notifications that came through, but you weren't distracted by a ding or whatever sound that makes. And also, right, on my phone, I have my VIP people. They're the only ones whose when I get a text from them who make noise. So I don't get a text when I don't hear a noise when I get a text from the bank telling me my bank balance or an alert or someone. So there are settings that you can cut down on the noises that your phone makes.
Right. So then the third type of distraction is mental. When you're sitting here trying to write, work, focus, and you're thinking about what someone said to you earlier, or, oh my gosh, I have to pay a bill later, I forgot about it, or, oh my goodness, I'm so hungry, what am I going to eat? What's in the refrigerator? So how do you stop your mind from wandering into that unproductive space that's cluttered with worries and anxieties and questions? So you have to like steel your mind, and you have to have some mantras, because when you're saying a mantra or even thinking a mantra, you can't be thinking about your grocery list or your lunch. So for me, I say things like, I'm focused. And I say, I can push through 15 more minutes. Or another way to prevent that kind of distraction is to do whatever you need to do before you sit down to write. So make sure you ate, you went to the bathroom, you took care of the bill, you did whatever you needed to do first, you made the phone call to whoever. So do it before you sit down to write, then your mind space is clear. Do you have any tricks for mental focus, Catherine?
Well, one thing that the writing club is good, one good thing about the writing club is that if you have it on your planner that from 9 Pacific, noon Eastern today until for an hour you're going to be writing, you know that it's coming. It's not surprising you. So you know, okay, I need to dedicate an hour to writing. I've committed to it. So what do I need to do so that I can be free of everything for that hour? And a lot of it has to do with that preparation. You've got to, like Elizabeth said, you've got to eat, you've got to get your water handy or whatever you want to drink, so you're not distracted by, oh, I feel thirsty, I should go get something to drink. You basically, it's like anything, you prepare for it. So if you had a meeting with a client or your boss, you would prepare for it. You would show up with the tools and everything you need to get through that hour meeting without feeling compelled to get up or to let your mind wander. You'd be focused. So it's really a commitment to yourself and your writing time, and respecting that like you would respect a meeting or an appointment with another person. So showing up for yourself. And the thing about the writing club is you put it on your calendar, so it is important to you. It's a priority. You've joined the writing club. You're going to get it done. So the writing club is good to help you create the habits. And then if the habits can spill over into your own personal time, to say, oh, the writing club was great this morning, I want to write some more this evening. And then you say, well, I'm going to write from 7 to 8 this evening, and you do it without the writing club because you're building the habit with the writing club, and now you can do it or attempt to do it on your own as well.
Love it. Well said. That's awesome. That's great. So clearing your space of distraction so you can actually sit down and do the writing.
And be prepared. Be prepared not to be interrupted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's awesome.
So those are some things that have come up during the writing club. So we're going to discuss, as those things come up, we're going to share them with you and share some solutions.
And we'd love for you to join our writing club. The Two Sisters Writing Club meets 3 times a week, Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern for 1 hour, Wednesdays at 9 a.m. Eastern for 1 hour, and Fridays at noon Eastern for 1 hour. And we use the Zoom app, which is free and easy to use. And so once you go to our website, twosisterswriting.com/store, and you sign up, then we send you a link to Zoom to join the meeting. And you don't have to be on screen. It's just me and Catherine. You'll see Catherine and I on the screen. And you said that backwards both times. You'll see me and Catherine. Catherine and I will be on the screen. Got to be grammatically correct if you're a writer. So then we basically check in at 20 after, 40 after, and 59 after. And what it does is give you accountability. You might think, well, why do I need to log on with these people just to get my writing done? Are you getting your writing done otherwise? No. So this is about making an appointment and having other people in the mix with you to keep you accountable, just like having a personal trainer makes you go to the gym on Wednesday at 2 o'clock for that appointment that you paid for. It gives you accountability, discipline, motivation, structure, a schedule. That's what we're doing. That's what we're providing in the Two Sisters Writing Club. It's a community of writers, and we are about to offer a variety of things that will teach you better writing skills regarding the mindset and mechanics of writing, like how to outline a book, how to write a gripping scene, how to use good dialogue in your writing, how to use good narrative, how to know when you're finished writing your book, how to decide who is your target audience, all the things you need to know when you're writing a book, and also explaining the publishing process, which is a mind bender unto itself. And Catherine is a tremendous...
And it's not, you don't have to be writing a book to be in the writing club at all.
What else could you be writing?
Yeah, it's any writing. If you want to work on blog posts, if let's say you have a goal to write a blog post a week, the writing club is, let's say Monday is when you do your first draft. What's the second grade teacher call the first draft?
Sloppy copy.
So Monday you show up at the writing club and you do your sloppy copy. On Wednesday morning you start modifying it and perfecting it. And then on Thursday you show up and you finalize it and make it beautiful. And then voila, you have a blog post. And if you could do that every week, you've got your blog post time carved out. Or you could just do journaling. If you want to start journaling, you can show up at the writing club and journal and say, I'm just going to do stream of consciousness writing for an hour.
I love that. That's awesome.
Or you can write short stories. So every month we have short story contests on our website. And we actually have been doing this for years. This was our first anthology, which came out about a year ago. And this is the short story winners from 2016 and 17. All the people who won our short story contest we published in this anthology. And we're putting together the anthology of short stories for the winners from 2018. And we're picking winners. We just picked winners for our January 2019 contest. So you can show up and work on short stories and then submit them and win cash and then get published. The possibilities are endless.
Oh, that's awesome. Excellent. So now that we've provided the valuable information to you about writing, we want to provide some updates about the cool stuff that's happening with Two Sisters Writing and Publishing. First and foremost is our author, Cedric King. His book is the #1 and #2 new release on Amazon bestsellers for the military families category. And his book is called The Making Point, How to Succeed, How to Make Your Breaking Point.
How to succeed when you're at your breaking point.
Thank you. And that book is doing really, really well. In fact, it's selling internationally. We're excited about that. And Cedric
the cool thing about this book is it has 79 activities interspersed with Cedric's message. So, for example, he has a chapter called Flexing Your Find Your Feet Muscle. And at the end, he talks about how he had to flex his Find Your Feet muscle. And then at the end of the chapter, there are exercises, so 79 activities throughout the book on how you can take Cedric's message and apply it to any hardship in your life and literally how to succeed when you're at your breaking point. So it's a how-to memoir. It's a handy book. Great stories, great storytelling, plus action steps so you can live a better life. And we interviewed Cedric live here on our last Saturday. Elizabeth, do you want to talk about that great interview with Cedric?
Yes, you can watch the interview on the Two Sisters Writing and Publishing channel on YouTube. We interviewed him. It's about an hour and 17 minutes, and I asked him questions about why he wrote a book, what's his message, what are his experiences, philosophies, outlooks, and he shares them in his very poignant manner that will change the way you think and live, because Cedric is just so blessed with the gift of transforming negative into positive, not in a way that feels like you're in la la land or unrealistic or Pollyanna, nothing like that. It's hard. He lost his legs. They were blown off with a bomb. So he's not trying to sugarcoat anything. He's talking about nitty-gritty, real life stuff. And he's figured out a way to transform the woe is me mindset into I am such a badass and I can do anything. And he does that. He was laying in a hospital bed with no legs and said, I'm going to be running in 10 miles in 1 year. And he didn't even have prosthetics yet, let alone running blades. But 21 months later, he ran the Boston Marathon. So he is practicing what he preaches. And when you read and listen to him as a speaker and read his book, you realize all the dumb excuses that we make and how soft we are on ourselves to, just not do what we need to do. When he gets up and pushes so hard every single day against the odds and against excruciating pain, because he chose not to take pain-killing medication because there's such a high addiction rate, especially among veterans. So his book is really a wake-up call to get real with yourself and realize you're wasting time and talent when you could be doing and contributing and influencing in such a dramatic manner. And that's what he's doing on the pages of the book. And then another exciting turning point for that book was that Howard Schultz, who's running for president, wrote a book called From the Ground Up. And in it, he features Cedric multiple times, showcasing him as the best of veterans in terms of rising above the adversity to make something positive out of their tragedy. And Howard Schultz also wrote the foreword for Cedric's book. Little did we know, this beautiful example of divine timing, that both books would be released at the same time.
On the
both
same day.
On the same day. That's really, really amazing. We had no idea. And so it's this beautiful cross-pollination that's just such a blessing. So we're very proud of Cedric's book and him and his family and the honor that we get to help share his story.
And we're going to have Cedric on this Two Sisters Weekly Talk on Friday, March 1st. So tune in for that.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. So another update is a book called The Enemy Within that's coming out soon that I wrote with a Detroit bariatric surgeon, Michael Wood, MD. And Dr. Wood is on a crusade against obesity. He performs bariatric surgeries on people who weigh 500 or 600 pounds. They're morbidly obese. They need the surgery to save their lives. He's literally on the front lines of the battle against obesity. He and I wrote a nonfiction book proposal many years ago. Shopped it around. Editors and agents told us it was too much of a policy book. Dr. Wood was outlining ideas like having an obesity czar, imposing strict regulations on the fast food industry and their advertising to children, the cereal industry, all the junk food that commercials entice children on Saturday mornings during cartoons, all the aggressive advertising that gets kids hooked on junk food from an early age. So he has all these hardcore ideas about how to solve the epidemic of obesity, but no one was trying to hear our book proposal. So he said, let's write a novel. So we wrote a really chilling novel about the enemy within being our obesity epidemic and terrorists using that as a weapon of mass destruction by poisoning fast food. Now, I used to work at the health department, and we learned all kinds of things about bioterrorism. And so, even though this was Dr. Wood's idea, you know, that does cross people's minds. The water supply, the food supply, the air supply. It's very scary. But we wrote this story as a wake-up call again to make people realize that the obesity epidemic is killing people. Why does the word diabesity even exist? That means obesity that causes diabetes from eating too much sugar and pretty much just blowing out your pancreas so they don't work anymore. It doesn't work anymore. That's what produces insulin that escorts the sugar to your cells in your blood. So it's really tragic, and people aren't trying to hear the message that you have to eat healthy to preserve your health in your body. And as a result, it's predicted that this generation of children will not live as long as their parents because everyone is spiraling into this terrible abyss of poor health. And this is the first time, I believe, in 70 years that children will not live as long as their parents, because the trend has been with every generation that children live longer because of the advances in modern medicine and understanding healthy nutrition and exercise, etc. So even though we have this huge amount of information about diet, nutrition, health, exercise, there's so much hype about what's the latest diet, you know, at the same time, the obesity numbers are still horrific. People are still eating all kinds of fast food and sugar and no fiber. The standard American diet, the acronym for it is SAD, S-A-D, Standard American Diet, which is low fiber, high fat, high sugar, high sodium, pretty much a ticking time bomb on your plate. So Dr. Wood,
The Enemy Within is an entertaining thriller, right?
It is. It's an entertaining thriller. It's fiction. But it's just like one of those, it's chilling. It's a chilling story. And it makes you realize, wait, this is not okay. We need to do something about this.
But first and foremost, it's entertaining, right?
It's very entertaining. Yeah, it's got all the, you know, scandals, suspense, you know, backstabbing, romance, adventure, action, violence.
Cool. Excellent.
Yeah, and so The Enemy Within is available for pre-order on the twosisterswriting.com/store website.
Cool. So people can pre-order it, and when it's released, they'll have a copy shipped to them, right?
That's right, yes.
Excellent. So cool. Wow. Wow. All right. So I think that wraps up our Two Sisters Weekly Talk for the week. And
well, there's one more thing.
What's that?
I've been doing daily messages, inspiring messages on YouTube to share messages that are in my book, God's Answer is No, KNOW, Lessons from a Spiritual Life. And so I'm sharing these messages on YouTube so that people can feel better. And I've learned so much in the course of my spiritual awakening, and it's my mission to teach what I've learned. And so this is a new forum that I'm sharing to provide guidance and inspiration to everybody. So the Two Sisters Writing and Publishing channel on YouTube is where you can find my daily messages, in addition to a whole lot of information about writing, publishing, and wellness. Please check out our YouTube channel and subscribe to it. Two Sisters Writing and Publishing channel on YouTube.
Excellent. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see everybody next week. This is really exciting.
Yeah, thank you. And please join our writing club. It's at the twosisterswriting.com/store page. You can sign up, and we're about to start it in about 16 minutes. We're going to get to it. So happy writing, everybody, and we'll talk to you next time.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.